AM 560, The Answer.
Just hear those sleigh bells jingling-a-ring, ting-a-ting-a-ling-a-too.
I'm getting in the mood, Squirrel. You getting in the mood? I just hate the idea we're going to have all those days. I'm going to take some. I don't like it. I don't like the days off, but what are you going to do? It's the way things go. So I want to fit in as many clips as I can to kind of discuss what I think the difference is. And that's why I didn't play a lot of Chicago stuff. I played some, but it's truly a show. It's theater of morons. And I think the only people that buy it are the other morons.
Well, for the first time ever, Chicago is facing the possibility of a government shutdown that would mean an interruption in city services.
And nobody's going to know it, even if it is. And as far as this idea that they've ever balanced the budget, they're $2 billion short. Nobody gives a rip. Spent $1 billion on illegal aliens to fluff up the tourist rolls by putting them in hotels that nobody was renting. That's the three-card Monte of Democrat economics. But there are other states that really fight for the people, and I want you to hear and feel good about them.
This is Attorney General James Uffmeyer. Today I'm announcing that we are taking legal action against several powerful medical organizations. The World Professional Association for Transgender Health, the American Academy of Pediatrics, and the Endocrine Society. We believe these organizations failed to disclose the risks, limits, and evidence when promoting so-called gender-affirming care for children. For years, these groups insisted the recommendations were settled science. But behind closed doors, they knew the evidence was weak. They knew the outcomes uncertain and the risks very real. Parents were not told the full story. In fact, some parents were told that if they didn't put their kids through permanent, life-altering sick procedures like double mastectomies and castration, that their child would commit suicide. Not only is that unethical and dangerous medicine, but it is against the law. Children were irrevocably harmed because truth was replaced with political activism. When organizations make medical claims, they have a duty to be honest. When they intentionally mislead families, their members, and the medical profession, we hold them accountable.
Now, by we, he means the decent people. That happens to be Florida again. But there are decent people in other states other than Illinois. What you guys do is you elect tax cheat scum that write law, bastardize the principles of our republic to protect predators, release 1,700 rapists, thieves and carjackers, murderers, illegal aliens whose first decision was to break our law. And yet they get the protection of our government in Illinois.
No doubt they have the ability to go to court about it, but I believe this is not just a good law, but a great law.
You're a fat slob who wouldn't have a law degree if your grandpappy didn't build a wing to Northwestern or wherever the hell you got your degree from. And that's the way it works where these scumbag Democrats are. And that's the difference. But the truth is coming out in all kinds of ways, in all kinds of arenas, which is why the last thing you should do is fight for censorship, in particular among kids. We have to make our kids strong patriots, like the ones we took for granted, like the ones who joined the Army when they were 16, tried, and got rejected.
What happens when a 5'5" Texan is done watching his best bud murdered by Nazis? After Pearl Harbor, Audie Murphy tried to join the Marines. Too short. Then he tried the paratroopers. Still too short. So the Army stuck him in the infantry. They tried to bury him behind a desk. Too small for the front lines. But the moment the Nazis pulled the dirtiest trick in the book, the switch flipped. In Normandy, a German put his hands up, pretending to surrender. Then he shot Murphy's best friend dead. Murphy charged up that hill like a pocket-sized hellstorm. Grenades flying, rifles snapping, and at the top, he ripped a German MG-42 off its mount and erased all 10 men who killed his buddy. When he got the Distinguished Service Cross, Murphy just shrugged. I got a medal. He got dead. But the legend was only getting started. Later, Murphy faced 6 Panzer tanks, 250 infantry, and just 19 men left from his original 128. He ordered everyone else to fall back. Then he stayed. Running dry on ammo, he climbed onto a burning tank destroyer and ripped that Maw Deuce to life. He held
Most decorated soldier in history. And when he first tried to join, he was 16. And in Australia and in fascist areas around the world, he wouldn't be able to go on Instagram. Think about that. We'll be back in 21 hours to drag the roaches out.